Hey guys, what's going on? This is Benjamin with Benjamin Exotics, and in today's video, we're looking at how to handle an aggressive baby ball python. Hey guys, my name is Benjamin, and I run this channel you guys are currently watching on YouTube. And on this YouTube channel, we go over a bunch of different information on a few different species of reptiles, trying to give you guys the best possible care you can have for your pet reptiles. And if you guys like this channel, and if you're interested in this type of content, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. It would really mean the world to us. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to handle an aggressive ball python / a defensive ball python. And more importantly, we're just going to go over how to read the body language of an aggressive / defensive snake. And before we go any further, I want to address something that is kind of a play on words in terms of how people sort of say it. And we're going to talk about really quickly aggressive versus defensive. It's very simple. An aggressive snake is a snake that's hungry, or a snake that is literally seeking out food of some sort. An aggressive snake is not going to be a snake that's going to be scared of you, okay? An aggressive snake is basically one that wants to eat you, or it's very, very, very hungry. A defensive snake is a snake that is scared for its life. And the only reason it is striking at you or being aggressive in any way is because it thinks you're going to eat it. So aggressive and defensive is all in the mindset of the snake. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about defensive snakes or defensive ball pythons, not aggressive. So I do have an aggressive / defensive baby ball python with me right now. It's a spinner ball python, heifer clown, possible Enchi, but I'm going to say there's no Enchi in there. And she is a ball python that when I first got her, coming out of shipping, she was very scared, very sort of eager to strike, and just a snake that wanted to be left alone. And we've given her some time. She's been in there. I've been handling her every day or so for about the last week, or getting on 3 weeks about. She's already eaten 3 rats for me, 1 live and 2 frozen in the last few weeks, and she's doing much better, but she is still a little bit striky, and if given the opportunity, because she's so scared, she will try to threaten off a predator, which is me. So we're going to go into her cage today, and I'm just going to show you guys how to sort of read her body language so you guys don't get bit. And one more thing I would like to address before we go into this cage and handle this snake is that you guys, some people are going to agree with me, some people are not going to agree with me, but in my own opinion and from what I've seen, from all my, experience that I've seen with my friends or other reptile breeders and stuff, whether it be a ball python or a blood python, a boa or a colubrid, all snakes are easier to tame down when they're babies versus adults, because adults have been scared of humans their entire lifespan and have sort of seen humans as a threat for their entire life, versus babies that are way easier to tame down. So if you guys do have an aggressive / defensive snake of any species, I urge you to start working on it in terms of taming it down as soon as possible, because the longer it sees you as a threat, the harder and harder it will be to tame down as an adult. Okay, so we are in front of my ball python / sort of leopard gecko rack. I only have one leopard gecko right there. But in this cage is where we have our sort of defensive / aggressive ball python. Now first what I want to do is sort of analyze the situation as I come out. As I can see, she's hiding, which is a advantage and disadvantage for me. And the last thing I want to do at this point is stick my hand right in her face. As you can see, she's sort of right in that position, and if I put my hand right in front of her right now, she's gonna think either 1, that I'm food and she's gonna bite me, or 2, she's gonna get really scared because I just shoved my hand in her face and she's going to bite me. And we want to try to get her to kind of quit the biting habit altogether so you guys can have a nice, tame adult ball python. So all I'm gonna do is first lift up this hide since she is hiding, and sort of, you can see she's very stiff, and if I put my hand right in front of her face right now, I guarantee you she would grab it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come behind her and just see how she reacts. See, I'm touching her, she's not swinging around, she's keeping her focus on the camera, and all I'm gonna do is just pick her up just like this. Now I do urge you guys to hold on to your ball pythons while you do this, and you can kind of see that she's trying to sort of focus on the camera, or at least on me. I can see her looking back. And the reason you want to hold on tight, not squeeze, of course, with lots of force, but hold on to your ball pythons at this stage, because if this girl strikes right now, due to her size, all the momentum is going to go forward, and she's going to literally throw herself out of my hands, and we don't want her to get hurt. So as you guys can see, she's breathing decently heavy, but she's looking that way. She's not aimed at me. And if she starts to sort of, I guess, focus on me, or her heat pits start to pick me up, all I'm going to do is sort of spin her around a little bit, and you can see I can kind of control where her head is actually looking. And this is a great tip, and all we're trying to do here is pull this girl out a few times a week and get her used to holding or being held by humans. We want to get her used to human activity. And as you can see, all we're doing is just making sure you're supporting the snake, but I'm keeping my thumb right here, so if she does decide to strike, she's not going to fall off straight onto the ground. And this is basically it, guys. If the snake does try to turn around on you, or if she does start focusing on you, again, get some distance, take your hand, or whatever is giving her the heat signature away from her, because if you guys don't know, I can kind of zoom in right here. Let's see if I can with the camera. Give me 1 second. You guys may be able to see, and if you guys Google ball python head, you'll see it. They have heat pits in the front of their face. So if these snakes see your hand, they're gonna find that as, and it's gonna be their target, and they don't want to get eaten, so they're gonna strike at that thing. So as you can see, she just saw my hand, and she kind of moved her head, and all I'm gonna do is literally just spin and move my body, because the snake will focus on something else. As you can see, her head is pointed in this direction, and if I turn, I can get it to change in different directions. And if you guys want to just see her explore stuff like that, you can go ahead and put your ball python, once you get comfortable with the snake and the snake knows you're, once the snake is doing a little bit better, you can set him on the ground and just observe him for a little while. And as you can see, she's breathing very heavily, and she's, sort of really scared. She thinks right now that I'm going to eat her. Now, if you guys do decide that you're comfortable enough to let your ball python sit on the ground or on a flat surface that isn't your hand for a few minutes, and then you want to pick her back up, of course, watch the snake. But if you want to pick her back up, this can sometimes be a lot more challenging, because now this snake feels even more threatened, because instead of being in your hand, sort of up, it now sees you overlooking them, and that's really going to scare them. So as you guys can probably see, if I go behind and I touch this girl right here, she's going to start turning her head a little bit towards my finger. You can see her head turning, because she wants to basically defend herself and make sure she doesn't get eaten. So again, all I'm going to do is touch her first, see how she reacts, see how she's turning her head like that, and she's completely, she figured out where my hand is. So all I'm going to do now is, since she's not going to be able to move, I'm going to maneuver my body around her to see if I can grab her. And as you can see, you just have to watch her head. The front of her head is where she has all those heat pits, and that's going to be the real place where she's going to be able to find you as a basically target. Again, she doesn't really want to hurt you, she just doesn't want to get eaten. So again, as you can see, she knows exactly where I am, and she's a little bit scared right now. And all I'm going to do, if you guys can see, is I'm going to take my hand, and I have to try to look at the camera and this while I do this, and come behind her and just kind of distract her from looking at me as a target. And if I can, all I'm going to do is try to not get bit right here. Come behind her, make sure you're behind her head, and pick her up again. Make sure you have a good grip on her like this, like I'm trying to do, and see her head's coming back around towards my arm. This is, especially with baby ball pythons, because they're so smaller and delicate than other snakes, they can sometimes be a little bit hard to pick up without getting bit, and that's my goal to show you guys how to do in this video. So she got me that time. Again, we're just going to try to swing around and pick her up just like that, and make sure we keep her head aimed away from us, because we really want to get her to the point where she doesn't bite, because every time she bites, that's sort of, I guess, encouraging that behavior, and it's teaching her that if she bites, it is a good thing in order to get us away. And as you can see, her head is moving towards my hand a little bit more, so I'm going to do is turn her, and I can successfully, hopefully, get her right back into her cage where we found her. And as you can see, there's no bloodshed, my hand is fine, and we have successfully handled an aggressive baby ball python. Hey guys, so overall, hopefully this helps you guys when you're trying to tame down a baby aggressive snake, whether it be a ball python, boa constrictor, colubrid, or any snake like that. Even though we did focus on ball pythons, these techniques can be applied to a wide variety of species. And the main thing I want to get to you guys is just persistence. It could take a year for your snake to tame down. It could take 2 months. It could take 2 weeks. It really is just dependent on that snake and how quickly you are able to teach them that humans are not a threat. So overall, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And of course, if you like the channel, consider subscribing. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you want to ask me or this channel or anybody down in the comment section below about taming down an aggressive ball python or any aggressive snake for that matter, please leave it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.